Hello, everybody. Hello. Scientologist, D Scribbles, Mick, Kitsune with the host as well, and Steve with the follow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Lovely to see you all. So, how are we doing today? Hope you are all very well. Big Ginge. Hello, it's me and Callum. Hello, you and Callum. Toasty. See, you're toasting. I just came back from a walk like not that long ago, and it was absolutely roasting. And the thing is, I'm wearing a fucking long sleeve t-shirt as well, but I am wearing shorts, so balance. Kitsune, more importantly, how are you feeling after your trip to the hospital? And Mick is gently roasting away. I mean, as long as it's gently roasting away, not like you're massively roasting away. But yeah, be honest, I feel absolutely fine. I feel absolutely fine. Um, and I have been fine since Friday morning. So for those that don't know, I mean, pretty much all you do know, but so yeah, I had to go to hospital on the very early hours of Friday. Just that Friday, just there. So yeah, I mean, I was just sitting here as I usually do, uh, playing Sea of Thieves. I was playing Sea of Thieves with some friends, and kind of going towards midnight. Uh, Scientologist, you're rough and looking forward to stream. But hopefully I can help you out, pal. You got a fan on stuff. So like I was sitting there, I just started feeling iffy, like from like, I know my mic's in the way sort of thing, but just like kind of just the centre of my abdomen, just below my rib cage. And I like for my dinner I had spicy chickpeas, and they were very delicious. So I thought it was just like an iffy tummy because you will know like that hot sauce, that fucking Professor Fart Pounder hot sauce. Well, I had a lot of that in it as well, so it was like really spicy. So I thought I just had to go to the toilet. So we're playing Sea of Thieves, and I was saying to the rest of the guys I was playing, I was like, right, I don't feel good. I need to go. I need to go to the toilet. Went to the toilet, and I came back, and I was like, I feel horrible. I feel rotten. Like, and it's like spreading from the center of my abdomen to the right hand side. Johnny Waterbomb, hello. I'm very well. Just updating everyone on my trip to the hospital on Friday. Um, Thank you very much for coming by. So yeah, it kind of just went to the right hand side. Just sitting there, and I was like almost bent over, just like in pain. Like I was, I mean, it wasn't really as sore then. It was more just uncomfortable, and we were getting near of a big massive quest that we've been doing the entire night. And I was like, can we just get all our loot handed in so I can fucking have a lie down because I feel hellish. Handed everything in, and like I said to the guys in Discord, I was like, right, I'm off. I need to go. Close down the game. Went and my wife was in bed. She was just about to sleep. And I went and lay down. And as soon as I lay down, fucking, it was hellish. Like I've never felt pain like it in my entire life. It's proper, just but it's so isolated, just a small spot. Um, and I was like shivering. I was shaking. Like I was like squeezing my fists like really hard, just like grabbing onto shit. It's not good. So I thought it was like appendicitis, and so wife she phoned up NHS 24/7. They did the whole ask me about a billion questions, and a lot of them are like kind of COVID-19 related, which is totally understandable. So I had to get all that done, and they're like, right, okay, we've got you an appointment for 20 past 1, which was like in under an hour. And this is in the morning, so I had to get a taxi from mine to the Royal Infirmary. Got there like just in time. Went in, had all my checkup and stuff, and I was still like dying of pain, like legit. Like I couldn't even open my eyes. It was hellish. And yeah, and like the woman, she was doing the checkup on me and stuff. She's like, Calzo Live. Calzo, thank you very much for the sub, man. Thank you very much. Hope you're very well. Thank you very much for coming by, and thank you very much for dropping a sub on your boy. Robot Cooper, a sub for your pain. That's it. Thank you very much. Oh, I can feel the pain being lifted from me. Yeah, and I was like, oh, is it appendicitis? And she's like, nah. She's like, I had it maybe about a month ago, and it's gallstones. And she's like, I know exactly what you're going through, and it's not nice. So like, they offered to give me an injection on the arse. I was like, give me it right now. So, uh, is that new Twitch thing? You sub to take pain away from people. It's pretty good. So I had to like let them inject my arse and see within like 5 minutes, fine, absolutely fine. Like I went from like vibrating in pain, like cannot like move properly, to yeah, I'm fine, absolutely fine. So then I had to go to surgical observation for him to take blood taken, the blood pressures, all that kind of stuff, and I had to wait for like nearly 3 hours for him to do tests. This was like it was in the morning. Folk were starting to come in from like surgery and stuff, screaming. I'm just sitting there going like, I hate this. But yeah, they're saying like, oh, it's gallstones. You need to come back for an ultrasound. Ultrasound doesn't open till 9 o'clock in the morning. You can stay in hospital, but the only thing is they open at 9, but they have to then schedule an appointment at 9 o'clock. And I was like, Ken, what? Just send me home. Your whole screen like just exploded. What? I mean, it's not one of my, it's not one of my overlays or anything like that. So I was like, let's go home, and they gave me a bunch of pain pills, which I still haven't opened because I've been absolutely fine. They're just still sitting there. Went home, then I got a phone, like went straight to bed because fucked. Got a phone call like just after 9 o'clock saying like, okay, we've got an appointment at 11. Went in for 11, got my ultrasound done, and they're like, okay, yep, there's some stones in your gallbladder, but your kidney, it flashed red, and there was like a confetti thing. Oh, that's interesting. I need, I'll need to like I didn't notice it on my screen up there, so I'll need to look back at my VOD and see what the fuck that was. Uh, Showhead, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for popping by. Much love. Thank you very much. Um, yeah. So I had to go in, and they're like, "Oh, your left kidney is a bit fatty," and like I was like straight away in my head, I was like, "This is Richie Morgan shit," like with him and his fatty liver, which wasn't actually fatty at all. So I was like, right, okay, like you now need to go back up to surgical observation for them to give you like a rundown what the fuck they're going to do to you. So I went up there and waited for ages again, and yeah, and they just gave me the script like, all right, you can get your gallbladder out, or you can wait, or you can just don't get it at all. One of those ones. And then I was like, oh, I don't really know. I was like, you're a professional. You tell me. And they're like, well, we need to see you again because there's a lump on your kidney. It's like, fuck, here we go. So I have to go back for a CT scan. I don't have a proper date for anything like that, so I need to go for a wee scan on my kidney to see what this lump is, because they couldn't really see it properly. Straight away, when folks say lumps and stuff, you think cancer. But I was like, it can't be cancer and stuff because like I've had that many fucking blood tests in the last 8 months. Surely something would have come up. Like I've had general bad health for the past 8 months with like blood pressure, cholesterol, shit like that. But then at the same time, um, I've probably been like the healthiest I've been in the last 8 months. Like I was 16 stone in uh in September. I was 16 stone in September. I'm now just under 14 stone. So and I've probably it's the lightest I've probably weighed in since I was like a teenager. So then also my diet and everything like that. So it's weird. It's been a really weird 8 months. Probably unhealthiest and healthiest I've ever been. CT scans are fun. You thoroughly enjoy them. That's something to look forward to. So yeah, when I go for my scan, I'm going to give them a decision whether I want my gallbladder out or not. I'm so torn. I don't know if I want it out or I don't. The thing is, I don't want to get this pain again. But then I might never ever get it again. I might have an attack I might have an attack right now, or I might have an attack in 20 years, or I might never have one at all. It's fucking weird. So that's my update. That's how I've been. But I feel good. I feel fine. And it's nice to see everyone. And also so many people have like just been like super nice, give me kind of guidance, let me know their experiences with like gallstones and gallbladder issues. Like a lot of support, which has been absolutely lovely. Been yeah, it's been really really nice. Like proper folk just reaching out to me and texting me and make sure I'm okay, things like that. It's been awesome. Piss them out in stream. So the thing is, with gallbladders, you don't piss them out, you shit them out. And I was like, fucking yes. It's like, I do not want to pass anything through my dick. Hell the fuck no. I was like, I can shite it, nae bother, I can shit for days. It could be your body detoxing. Yeah, so I mean, I after reading up about stuff like that, so apparently you're more susceptible to getting gallbladder stones, if you've lost a lot of weight and like you've done a lot of changes to your body, which I have. So I've done it to myself. Here's your glass checks. So I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, like I've given up caffeine. I quit vaping. I went vegan. Yeah, and then like I proper lost a bunch of weight and stuff. So like there was a lot of changes to my body and stuff. I gave up beer. And recently I've went like teetotal as well because my kidney. Until I figure out what the fuck's wrong with my kidney, I'll stay off the booze. Um, then once I find out everything's okay, I'll smash the booze again. Right. Anyway, Technobabylon. So Thursday when it was last time we played this, and it was the first time that we played it. And it was also our first 3 hours proper slot. Not much that happened because I spent about an hour in the starting area because I was really really lost. So yeah, so there's a murderer going around who he's got the capability to jack into people's brains, like steal data, and it also like it shuts down their brain, it kills them. They brain jacks people. Um, so far we've seen like folk can use like it's called wet work, where they can connect to technology and then go into a weird trance. Hello, cake. And go into a trance where they can and then interact with technology. Kind of cool. We're like playing this cop, who's chasing down this killer, with his partner, his cop partner. But he has been he's getting blackmailed at the moment. Because his wife died, she got killed, but they were both infertile, but they had their eggs and sperm frozen. But this guy who's blackmailing them is like he's smashing all the embryos and stuff to blackmail him. And we had just got to an apartment where the guy who's in that apartment has been fucking shot to bits, and we're just basically trying to figure out what we're doing from here. Pardon me, and that is Technobabylon so far. So fire into it. Buttons, pressing buttons. Hello. Thank you so much for like hanging about for like. It says like we've been live for 20 minutes now. Also, I went into the game, not start fresh. Oh, load. Sorry, did I say? Here we are.
There's nothing. A world
Not paying attention.
It's similar to them with the video.
A bit. So this is like last in the trance. So here we are. This is where we're supposed to be. Not at the start of the game. But yeah, I've been live for 20 minutes talking shite, but I suppose I had to give you a wee update on the situation. Yes, Cake. Cake's a lovely wee lassie. Just be waiting for our lunch in a wee bit. So are we still cleaning spunk out that made with what we are? and that's the maid robot there. You remember this game being really good, but don't remember anything about it. Oh, awesome! Even better for you, man. Yeah, so this is the building that we went to because we were going to meet the guy here because he had intel or something like that. But we got here and he is very, very much brown bread, as we can hear. He's very, very dead. His husband, however, is not here. Items that we do have, we have a hand. We got a gun that we got from the jacuzzi, the blood jacuzzi. Blood. And then we made a fishing rod. Well, we didn't make one, we got a fishing rod and we stuck a bit of a coat hanger to it, make the hook, and then we stuck a magnet to it. Then that's how we fished out of the pool, the gun out of the pool. And then we have a photograph of the guy with his husband there, Paris, which was a password to a machine, which was out here. So we have this terminal here. So I've put the password in, which I thought was Paris, and it was Paris. Look at this photograph. So we did that, and we have the biometric here. So obviously we're like, well, it's a hand. You do it on there.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
So it's a guy's hand. The system won't recognize it. And generally we think it's because it's a dead hand. This biometric thing, as it says, is biometric. It needs to find life. So I'm thinking it's like, oh, we need to get something so we can put a pulse and like put like a fake pulse into the hand. Trick the machine into thinking it's alive. I think that's what we need to do. So the maid is powered down. She's got a battery in her, but it's dead.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Hey, Max.
What's up?
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
So yeah, so the battery's still in her. That's something that we knew as well. You're warming up in the microwave. Just it's like a Rustler's burger, just fucking banging in the microwave for what, like 60 seconds. But your dinner in 60 seconds, and that's you. What talking about microwaves and things like that, what has everyone had for their lunch? I'll have one day off. I can't even remember the patter that's used in here. I had chickpea and aubergine soup, and it was very, very lovely. And I had some bread and butter for it. Hey, that was me. Good to go. Calzo, you had a cold tatty salad from Lidl. Yeah, a tatty salad's pretty good though. Pretty good. That'll keep you nice and filled till dinner time.
The terminal built into the piano must be older than I am.
It's a virginal, not a piano. It's more like a harpsichord.
Like I said, it's less impressive you know that when you can run a search in your head. I tried using Vanderwall's hand on the biometric security, but it didn't work.
Maybe because it's dead?
How would an old terminal like that know?
How do you check if someone's alive?
With the scanner in my Traveler.
If you had to do it by hand.
That's a big, massive hint. That's a massive hint there. Is how do you check to see if something's dead with your hand? You check for a fucking pulse.
Keep at it, Max.
That's what we've got.
Can do, Regis.
Mick, you stuck some scampi in a ramp with some garlic mayo. Oh, yeah, fucker. Man, I love scampi, but it's one of these things I can't have. Just can't have now because I'm fucking vegan. And also, vegan scampi is not good. But I've got enough faith in science and technology that there will be very good vegan scampi at some point. Greenwood. Hello, Greenwood. Thanks very much for popping by, man. Yeah, kimchi noodles. Oh, very tasty. I love kimchi. Steve, you're going to cook some fish, throw some mashed potato in it. Very nice. Although I'm not a fan of mashed potato. I'm sorry. I know it's going to be one of these things that's going to like cause all you to leave and excommunicate me. But I really, really don't like mashed potato. Apparently, I can make fucking amazing mashed potato. Like my wife, she's like, "Oh, your mashed potatoes are ripping." I like it. I think it's because my mum, whenever she would make it, she'd fuck it up big time, like proper. There'd be like lumps still in it and stuff. So I think my mum scarred me with mashed potato. And ever since then, even if I try some stuff that I make, I'm like, robot, you found Heinz lentil curry in the back of the cupboard. Lentil, I love lentil soup or lentil curry. Oosh, very nice, very very nice. Lentil just sweet and sour pot noodle rip-off. Got mild gut ache. Working already. Need to get that squeezed out of you, son. But you're bored of toast. Yeah, you can only have toast so often, you know. Right. How the fuck do we get the battery out of her? We just jolt the fuck out of her.
Do you think I can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. There's a layer of fake skin in the way. Depending on where you did it, you'd probably just burn out the more delicate systems.
What if we like jolt the hand?
A big old jolt's not gonna make it work.
Okay.
I don't think it needs to be shocked into submission.
Okay, calm down. What if we just shoot it out of her? Is they actually going to do
Hey,
it?
what do you make of this?
Oh. Fucking hell, I thought you was legit going to shoot
Charlie,
the battery out of
she's
her.
not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
So other things that we've got around here. So we've got wine rack, we've got the drinks machine, which does have like an AI in it.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Vodka, on the rocks, twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine, make it 2.
I'll read it.
Vodka,
Regis?
fine. There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's
No
a
worries,
fine
casual.
job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this
Thank you
evening.
very much for popping by, and also thank you so much for using your Twitch Prime subscription on me. I didn't realize it's actually out on iPad. It'd be a lovely game to play on iPad actually. But yeah, it's really cool when you play it as multiple characters and stuff. Well, and there's also different choices. Like we dodged something earlier. Again, thank you so much for coming by, and thank you very much for your subscription. I'll catch you next time.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
Right. So the fridge is locked as well, actually.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Mr. Callums, good afternoon. Thank you very much for popping by, man. How are you? Are you good? I hope you're very, very well. Can we shoot the lock off the door? That thing we can do.
That's not going to get it open.
Absolutely not. The large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door. Alright, cool. Well, you'd imagine it'll let us play around with the combination lock?
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Right, we'll speak to the food machine.
Hi, I'm Chefy. What can I get for you?
Everyone's favourite, Chefy. Sure, Mick will be happy about this one. Has the pain settled a bit? The pain is completely gone, man. At the start of the stream, I did almost like a 20-minute rant about it. Not really a rant, but an update. Yeah, pain's completely gone, and the pain was completely gone like on the day as well. After they gave me the injection,
Can you make chicken fried steak?
Absolutely.
You
It's like,
sure like your meat.
Like gallstones, like it's supposed to last like between like an hour to 5 hours. So when I got the injection in my arse to kill the pain, the time had lapsed between there, which was really good. I've been fine since then. It just like only the shite thing is like it could happen again at like any moment. Yeah, a good stream if that kicked off. We'll have a wee fucking gallstone bladder attack live on stream. Getting fun flashback sweats around Chefy.
Never mind.
Bye.
We can't even interact with her really. Oh wait, hold on, cabinet, we didn't see that. Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, the cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Ah, see, we never seen that last time. Well, surely we can use a knife on the maid and cut out that battery.
What are you up to?
Just doing some surgery.
There you go. Flash the mics and stuff. So we picked up the power cell. Wait. Right, okay, this is... This exothermic wetware gel is used for food preparation. Gel cooks food that it's mixed with, producing chemical energy as heat at the desired temperature while it breaks down. Okay, wow. Now, that's cool. So we set the temperature, go up to 250 degrees. That's fucking wild. Right. Then we got the power cell.
Silicon graphene rechargeable power cell. According to the gauge on the side, it's empty.
I think we need to go outside. There was a charging dock for the wee cleaning robots. There you go. There. We might be able to put the battery into it. Is this the room we left off last time? Yeah, man. So you've not missed anything at all. Because a lot of the start of the stream was just me talking shite. So we've legit, that was like the first bit of progress that we got there was finding that cabinet with the knife and the gel in it. So you've not missed anything. Not missed a thing. After a few moments of contact, the gauge on the side of the cell fills. Hey. So we can fire us back into the maid, and then we'll actually have ourselves a real doll that we can shag. Be very good.
CI wetware systems
Beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from
critical failure.
basic input-output executing.
NVR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating
CI state
with USD.
Oh, that is better.
That is better. Put the battery pack in Forgotten Anne. Is that what we're going to call her? Call her Forgotten Anne. The real doll. The new line of real dolls called Forgotten Anne.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello.
Still can't. I'm still saying I can't. I'm totally writing off the fact that she's an orphan. Forgotten Anne is definitely a real doll.
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Gale et Monsieur Dacqueray's maid.
You're a synthetic maid?
Pardon, mademoiselle? I do not understand.
A synth.
Excusez-moi, what is a synth?
It certainly stays in character.
I help the masters with their household things.
And where were you made?
Mademoiselle, I was born in France.
Yeah, because all French people I know run on graphene power cells.
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They are the best employers a young French girl could hope to have.
Are they really?
Quite so, monsieur. So loving. And with such exquisite taste.
Wow, they must have got this one customized for sycophancy.
Do you know anyone who might want to hurt them?
Oh no, monsieur. They are beloved by all.
What the hell happened upstairs?
How do you mean, monsieur?
The room's recent redecoration. Shades of Gil everywhere.
And the body of Dakari Vanderwall, shot to pieces in the tub. Any opinions on this?
Oh, monsieur, I cannot discuss this. I have been told, most strictly, not to discuss what goes on upstairs.
Right.
Even if it includes the double homicide of your owner?
I have my orders. What would Monsieur Gale think if I went against him?
Probably not a great deal anymore.
She doesn't quite seem to get what's happened.
Might not have been written with a comprehension of abstracts like death.
2 men have been killed upstairs. There's blood and human remains all over the room, and all over you. If you weren't directly involved, then you're at least a material witness.
I am sorry, monsieur. I cannot say what happens upstairs. Monsieur Gale, he values his privacy greatly.
How about we take you down to cell and manually pull your memory apart?
Regis, it's a synth. Threatening it won't help.
What do you do around here?
I do the cleaning, the cooking, and the shopping.
He's
And
shopping.
that's it?
Monsieur, it would not be proper for me to say.
So you are a sex bot.
Mon Dieu, how dare you infer such a thing?
So she's not a sex bot. But she's definitely called it. She definitely is.
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to consider.
Even if cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He's certainly paid for loyalty.
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Monsieur?
Would you be able to do anything Mr. Vanderwall told you?
Anything?
Anything.
Monsieur, you should not ask such questions. I am just the maid.
Maybe we can get more sense out of it if we knew who made it. Where did you come from?
Lyons, monsieur.
No,
Oh,
where
you
did you
didn't,
really come from? As in, who put you together?
Monsieur, I do not know what you're trying to imply.
Superuser platform driver detail int 10216A actual update source.
Search S&S Synthetics, City of Newton.
The name's not appearing on the registration list. Maybe Vanderwall has the contact data?
If they can give us an easier way than cracking its skull open.
Everybody's orographic, more like, yeah? Yeah?
Maybe we can get more sense out of it if we knew who made it. Where did you come from?
Lyons, monsieur.
No.
Oh shit, yeah.
Monsieur.
but it's not-
Superuser.
Sir.
The name's
If they...
Okay.
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Surely you realize, monsieur. All the best maids in the world, they are French.
and the best lovers, I hear.
What are you implying, mademoiselle?
I never had Gil down as quite such a francophile.
I am also very discreet, monsieur. When you care for someone's home, there are a lot of things that you hear.
Or do.
Mademoiselle, such slander. And even if true, I would not say. I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to think of.
Definitely get shagged. Shagged by the men. Hey, you're starting to remember some stuff now. Cool.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to have helped, monsieur.
It was like the whole thing of me playing Broken Swords, be like, I don't remember any of this. Then, like, a phrase would come up or something like that. I'd be like, oh, right, cool. Then everything comes to light. Right. The maid is bright-eyed and active. She looks completely unfazed by today's event. Right. Got this fucking cooking gel. We just like cooked the lock off or something.
That doesn't need cooking.
Yeah, it doesn't. Fucking bang that up. I mean, 250 degrees is not going to cook a lock off, is it? Though, is it? Is it?
That's not going to get it open.
Yeah, no. Oh, fuck. Why don't we warm up the hand? Maybe not 250 degrees. Like, what is like body temperature? Body temperature is like 20 degrees or something. You cover the hand in thermal gel and it becomes noticeably warmer. Hey.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Fucking hell, Scientologist. Thermal gel doesn't melt steel beams. It might not be hot enough then. Maybe like human body temperature, like maybe about 30 odd degrees, 35.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Fucking hell.
That
I must be doing something right.
Gil Vanderwaal's cold, dead hand.
Ah, 'cause it definitely needs to be warmer. Fuck it, well, that's boiling point. We don't want to boil the hand. Do 80 degrees. Oh shit, it's starting to burn.
Something smells good.
No, I don't want it to burn.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Fuck's sake.
A human hand, covered in thermal gel from the kitchen. It's sizzling and cracking as though from a barbecue. Do we need to cool it down then? Right, let's go a 50-degree felly. It begins to cool, right? Obviously, I need to get like the sweet spot here. I think 38 degrees is body temp. Check use it, man. Fucking 38 degrees and then 37. I think some people have been googling body temperature. Right. There'll be a fight here. What did it? 100 glass chips to say that the body temperature is 37 degrees. Depends off. Fucking hope not. Right. I was gonna say, oh, we got it at 37 degrees, but we haven't. There you go. Thank you very much. I was getting there. I had the right idea, but I just don't know what fucking body temperature is. Right. So we've got a bunch of contacts here. Mother! Tell your children not to walk my way. Mother! So any names that stand out here? Dragon. Obviously, I meant 37. I know you did. I know you did, man. Benki Franklin. I didn't even notice that. Benki Franklin. Let's give him a wee phone call.
Hey, it's Binky. How can I help you?
Sorry, wrong number.
Well, do you think a lot of these have been like Kickstarter folk? I like to think that they would be. Holy fuck, there's someone here called Jazz Hands. I think me and Scientologists just noticed at the exact same time there.
You've reached Jazz Hands. Jazzercise your way to health.
Very good. Let's call the dragon.
Sorry, wrong number.
Very good. And now Max heat the hand and eat it. Taste it. Taste it. We've got the French embassy. I've seen one there as Dakari's Traveller, so I think that's going to be a good one to call up, but I'm looking at all the other wee names. Legitimate Johnson. That's a very, very legitimate name.
Hello, you have reached the offices of Legitimate Johnson, Nigerian Prince.
Yes!
Please leave your name, number, and social security after the beep.
That's very good. any other ones that sound like they're really good. You win Kino.
What's your name?
Sorry, wrong number.
Your stream went down right after Dragon finished speaking. Dragon's got you, man. You better watch yourself. Just check every corner of your home. Make sure that Dragon's not there, ready to get you. Some of our names are kind of standing out to me, like be worthwhile phoning up. We've got an information line.
We're sorry, but the number you've dialed is no longer in service. Goodbye.
So yeah, the synthetics place. So yeah, I noticed that one. What D sounds like very just, you know, very spish.
If you need to buy some stuff, meet me on 12 a.m. on 38th Wonder.
Sorry, wrong number.
You just go as a police officer, are you just going to ignore that? That sounded very fucking, very dodgy. Okay, let's give. Not the body shop of folk. Which was it? It was the Traveller. Carry Traveller. Technical fault. Sorry, it looks like this user's Traveller is inoperative. Oh, okay, the Traveller. That's their mobile phone sort of thing, isn't it? Please tell them to seek maintenance and that their friends missed them. Okay. Let's then go on to the synthetic side.
Stepford and Son, Synthetic Associates. Liam Stepford speaking.
Oh, he's fabulous.
Mr. Vanderwall. I trust everything is satisfactory.
Mr. Stepford, my name is Dr. Charles Regis. I'm a cell agent.
Oh my, yes. How may I help, Dr. Regis?
I'm investigating the death of one of your clients, Giel Vanderwall.
Oh my, yes. That sounds terrible.
You think you would take note and pass it on at least? Oh yeah, totally. Like, you know, a very like. That's Ozzy like a drug deal. He's like, ah. No.
We've got your company's name linked to the synthetic in the apartment.
Oh my, yes, a repurposed IL-240 platform running a BN-110187 update cycle. A maid, yes, and a very expensive one it was too, yes?
That looks like the one.
Oh my, yes, he purchased a complete body, though it looks like he had some afterwork done on it elsewhere, oh yes.
What kind of afterwork?
It looks like the personality was tooled elsewhere, yes. Likely to more particular tastes, yes.
Not something you'd do?
Mr. Regis, this is a family business, oh yes? We simply sell platforms. We cannot be held responsible for alterations thereafter.
Tell me more about this.
What can you tell me about this synth?
Everything up until its point of sale, oh my yes. We recently acquired a number of IL-240 platforms, formerly industrial models. With some cosmetic retooling, they're fit for a great many humanoid roles, oh my yes.
Like housework?
Oh my, yes! Like this platform, we sell many without including a personality. There are a great many legal and ethical restrictions on the sale of AIs within Newton. But if one were to acquire an AI mind state from elsewhere and incorporate it...
It leaves you completely blame-free for whatever's done with it.
Quite so, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes.
Oh my, yeah. I like him. He's good.
We believe this synth to be a material witness, or involved, in a murder.
Oh my, no! How horrific!
It's unwilling to cooperate with us, though. Vanderwall seems to have ordered it to remain silent about certain areas of his home.
Oh my, secrecy is one of many reasons that users opt for non-OEM personalities. If you wish, I could have one of my engineers disassemble its mind state in order to recover memories. This may take several hours, depending upon the algorithm used for laying down synaptic engrams.
I'm afraid time is a critical factor, Mr. Stepford. Is there any way I can do it here?
Oh, there may be. Oh my, yes. I shall transfer the necessary tool.
Well, that's handy. Got ourselves a little splitter.
What's this splitter for?
CI platform minds are modular, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes.
Oh my,
All
yes.
are made of 3 components: personality, role, and platform memory. The maid's desire not to tell you likely stems from her personality.
So if she had a different personality,
Something more helpful.
she might tell us what we need to know.
It may not be quite so simple, but that is the foundation of the idea. Oh my, yes.
Where would I find other mind state modules?
Any other platform that runs a communicative interface. It is not simply limited to synthetic platforms. Oh my, no.
Okay.
What does a personality do in a synth?
The personality determines a great deal of its behavior. Oh my, yes. In many cases, it's the most noticeable part of its intelligence. It governs how it may act and how it behaves in its interaction with users.
This one thinks it's a French maid.
Perhaps copied from the mind state of a real example of such.
What does the role memory do?
It alters how a platform will perceive a situation, and also acts as a source of knowledge for its job.
How would it be different?
Take, for example, a man in the street. A platform with the role of a sales clerk may see a customer.
A law enforcement unit may see a potential suspect.
Oh my, yes, and the role will furnish it with instructions on how to handle it.
I really like that character. He's fucking great.
What is a
Oh
platform
my,
memory
yes.
These are the memories that each individual unit has recorded. At simplest, it is often a holographic matrix in which engrams are laid down. Sight, sound, and any other sensors available are stored in here. Oh my, yes. Based on its role and personality, a unit may have a different understanding of these memories.
So, it'd perceive it differently depending on how the rest of its mind was built?
Oh my, yes.
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help. Oh my, yes.
And that is exactly what it is, Scientologist. There's something in my head that's like, he reminds me like he should be in something, and it is definitely he should be in a Carry On film. And very Steptoe as well. Yeah, definitely. Fucking great. So we got our splitter. Right. So that's the different personalities that we got. So we need to download new personalities. So I'm assuming that we just connect that to
I don't think they're compatible.
No? The food machine has plugs, doesn't it? There you go. Oh fuck, we're getting Chefy onto it. Oh, we might then be able to get the fella that's in the drinks machine as well. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else I'm missing out in here? It's just a phone machine. It's just a phone machine. Fucking hell, Aaron. It's just a phone machine. What the fuck is a phone machine? It's a phone. A phone machine. What are them fucking toaster machines? What are them oven machines? A phone is a machine. I mean, I'm not wrong there, and you're not wrong either. But I think adding a machine onto the end of it was a bit too much. That would be like just going around like everything in the house and then just like following up by whatever it is like the name of what it is and what it's like, kind of what category it fits into. You mean your you mean your PlayStation machine, son? Your fucking your Nintendo game box. Right. We need to mix this up. So we've got 3 different things. But you want... I think you want it to have the memory of the maid because the maid's seen it. it would make sense for its memory to be the chef, because the chef is located to the kitchen, the barman is located to the drinks machine. I think personality, we have barman. Maybe the role of the chef, get like one of each. We'll try it from there. I don't know what my I think I gave good justification for one bit of it. The others I didn't. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Son, there's nothing I'd like more than to help a lawman. But sometimes a man's confidence is more important. What happens upstairs, well, that's between me and the Vanderwalls.
Who are you?
I'm the hired help.
You're a synthetic maid?
I clean up around here. Them boys are messy. Need a woman's touch around here.
Well, this is different.
This is cool. This is a really, really good kind of puzzle. Interesting.
What do you do around here?
I'm the apartment's food machine.
What's your specialty, grits and gravy?
Just you wait. You won't believe what I can make.
Even though you're a maid rather than a food machine.
It's, well, now ain't that a dilly?
Ain't that a dilly?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Nope.
So, this platform was restricted in terms of what it can do?
Nope.
Huh?
Never had him in the first place.
Must have been a customized personality.
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Believe it or not, bartenders gotta be pretty smart.
Like a chemist mixed with a therapist.
Then shaken and stirred.
Exactly. People gotta trust their barman to know what he's talking about. How they gonna do that if they don't sound the part?
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They're a strange pair.
We can tell that from the decor.
They're trying to get away from their connections to organized crime.
You've overheard a bit about this.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to go legit for years. But with Gil, it was always just one more job.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
It's good to see the combinations, clever stuff. This puzzle, yeah, it's really cool. Like not for one moment did I think this is where it was going to end up for this place. And it's really, really cool. So that was the personality of the barman. I think the memory of the maid is the main thing, because it has seen it. Fucking red-handed as well. Right, we'll swap this round then. We'll go for the personality of Chefy, with the role of barman, the memory of. See what we get out of that.
Hi.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
T-H-E.
Who are you?
Well, when they get messy, right?
Right.
I clean up the apartment, right?
Right.
And anything else that needs doing around here. I'm here to make everyone happy, whatever it takes.
Jeez, it's like giving amphetamines to a synth.
No wonder they only keep this personality in food machines. What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They're great fun. I like them a lot.
Any other thoughts on them?
I like you guys too. You're fun as well.
Is there anything you don't like?
Nope.
I think we might be getting there with this one.
What do you do around here?
I'm the drinks machine. I give Mr. Giel suggestions on his wines and stuff.
Even though you talk like a food machine and look like a maid.
Huh, you know, that is kind of weird. Still, better stick to what you know. And boy, do I know drinks. Do you guys want something?
No thanks.
You sure? You look like a dry martini kind of guy.
Because it won't be the role of the maid, because that was one of the things, one of the big things that was stopping us. Because it's about being discreet and that kind of shit.
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Ooh!
Yes?
I remember something.
What is it?
I'm sorry. The memory module is holographic, but isn't wholly compatible. I need something to help me remember.
You're asking for a bribe?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Regis.
I just need one of those
Mnemonics?
Yeah, that's it!
So, something that'd help jog your memory about what happened.
Yeah, that's it!
Maybe we could use something from the scene.
So, how earlier we used the gun, because I was joking that we would be able to shoot the battery out of her. Like, the whole thing is like, he went up with the gun and showed it off and went, whoa, what do you think about that? So we must definitely need to show her the gun.
Thanks.
Right.
We'll keep looking
There's no point
around.
in pressing on
Have
anymore.
a really great day!
Gun.
Does this ring any bells?
Oh, yeah! It's what Mr. Gill used when we were all
Here
up
we
in
go.
the bedroom earlier this evening.
You're worrying too much.
You promised me that you'd gotten out of it.
I have. This was merely a favor for an old friend.
And look where it's gotten you.
They were arguing about something. It sounded big.
Don't you think I know what this could mean? You asked me to talk to that damned cell agent, and I agreed. You see what I do for you?
I know. And I knew you'd do the right thing eventually.
It's not just because it's the right thing, or because you asked. It's because of what it would mean to the whole city.
Mr. Gill was grumpy, but not at Mr. Dakari so much. Then he asked for some of his special wine.
Chantel,
Okay.
be a dear. Bring me my wine.
Trampagne.
This was the lousy stuff they've got in the wine rack.
It's not lousy. Bucky's not lousy at all. Get that back.
Law and order.
Yeah, but he puts extra things in his wine as well.
Holy fuck!
Ah!
Gil, what's wrong?
It must have been my... What?
Fucking look at the bed! It's horrible.
What's what?
Mr. Gill seemed to be real worried about something.
Who are you?
Big fucking
Gil,
bad
what are you
trip.
doing with that gun?
Stay away. Don't come any closer.
Good now.
Ah! No! Get off me! Chantel!
He sounded like he was in trouble.
Get it out of me!
He kept telling me there was something in him. I asked what he meant.
It's inside me! Get in there and get it out!
And the maid's personality. She'd have done anything he asked.
Fucking hell.
I didn't find anything, though.
Fucking hell.
So Vanderwall had a hallucinatory freakout.
Sounds like it was whatever he was putting in the wine. We'd better find out what it was.
Oh, I know. I know everything about drinks. Mr. Gill was buying up cheap wine and using wetware to artificially age it.
Wetware?
Yeah, he kept it in the refrigerator.
Ow! Geez, what is that? Can't you hear it?
Fucking hell, that was well good. A little bit of LSD maybe. I think there might have been a lot of LSD in that. Fucking hell, that was well good. That bed was horrific though. What sits in the fridge is a memory module. Strange configuration. Based on what you were told, you were setting this as what the blackmailer was after.
There, the wetware on the middle shelf. It rapidly ages the wine to how it's wanted.
Not anymore, it doesn't. It's been reprogrammed. That memory module's broadcasting a signal. The wetware in the refrigerator is interpreting it as an order to reformat itself.
So it stopped being a wine aid and ended up a powerful hallucinogen?
Looks that way.
You want me to carry it? You look uncomfortable.
Yeah, something about it hurts.
Hey!
We're heading back to cell. A forensics team will be here in a while. Just don't try to make, cook, or clean anything while we're gone, okay?
I got it!
That was very cool. Good to be seen.
Oh, you found him.
Apparently this is what Central wanted me to see. Why would it do this? I stopped him.
Charlie.
I promised him I could help, and then it did this to him.
Maybe it's trying to hammer home the message. After all, Central didn't ask you to talk him out of it. It said neutralize.
Why would it be so?
Dr. Regis.
You. Soulless. Callous. I promised him!
His euthanasia was a necessary measure. 75% of the captured bombers have attempted self-immolation in custody. The risk of repeating such an action was unacceptable.
He wouldn't have.
Whatever the case may have been, cell command offices are now safe from...
Central?
Uh-oh.
General alarm.
General alarm. Central functions compromised.
Localized E-war attacks detected within heuristic barrier systems. Systems entering siege mode. All personnel equipped for abstract dynamic countermeasures. Please report to action stations. Repeat.
Abstract dynamics to action stations.
Sounds like I'm needed. Remember, no matter what Central says, you've done a great job today.
Hey. Hey. Wetware is very pissed off. Hey, this is shite. Fucking, so the boy on the table was from the first stream, and we were told that we had to neutralize him, had to get him killed, because he was like a terrorist or something like that. So like, from what I gathered, it was like his DNA has been altered, and it's like something's fucked up or something along the lines. But essentially, he's a walking bomb. He can explode himself. But we talked him out of we talked him out of exploding, and then we're like, all right, fine and stuff. Like, we know what you've been through and all that kind of shit. And the cops, the AI of the cops just killed him anyway. It's bad. Bad. Right. You never personally performed an autopsy, but you're sure you need more than just your bare hand. Okay, so we need two. So there's a surgical apparatus. Autopsy report, it's a hologram. Anything else stands out? And X-ray? Okay. Start at the hologram.
It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't actually grab it.
Okay.
It's already been compiled for the report. It's already been compiled for the report.
Already been compiled for the report.
It's already been compiled for the report.
Can't read it. Oh yeah. Was a right click to look at it. Thomas Beckett, suspect terminated in process of security actions at Barber's Gate transit station. Red Line 4th Network. Engaged behaviour deemed threatening to public welfare. The surgeon's report is apparent that the suspect has been subjected to extensive prenatal genetic engineering, though this modification has been in a number of occasions. Throughout childhood, the normal disposition of calcium compounds in the skeleton has been reprogrammed to substitute explosive nitrate compound, leading to a secondary. Yeah, that's kind of what. That's a proper description of what I was bumbling about. Subject was taken into custody without harm to public, but has been determined to be a continued danger due to physical composition and risk of relapse into undesirable worldview. The suspect was terminated at 0400 hours via barbiturate overdose. Caution, friends. I keep an eye on cake here. It looked like she was going to tip over the camera or attempt to. Caution. Disposal of the remains should be handled with extreme care. Though subject can no longer trigger a detonation, skeletal remains still remain the risk of volatility. Handle with care as with previous such.
The x-ray shows I was right. He had the spinal brace for scoliosis. It's a symptom of the genetic adjustments made to his bones. Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his bones was giving him joint problems. Poor kid must have been in a lot of pain. They've hollow-mapped his bone structure. Years of gene tampering left this kid's bones weakened and warped all around his body.
Right. The reports tell you that he was euthanized shortly after being taken into custody, despite assurances that his death was a product of Central's caution. You can't help but perceive it as a rightful shot. Fucking cops, eh? A-cab and all that.
It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it. They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy.
Okay. But memory module.
The strangely configured memory module demanded by the blackmailer. It gives Lau a headache when she's too near it, suggesting it's broadcasting a signal that her wetware is picking up.
Yeah. On that note, I'm going for a wee pee-pee. A little. So get yourselves to the toilet if you need be. Get yourselves a wee drink. Get yourselves a wee snack, and we will be just right back. Hello. That is me back. I'm just trying to fucking get comfy here. It was a good call, nice one. And it's the pineapple whiskey. You know, man, that sounds ripping. I love a whiskey as well. And Mick has redeemed 3,000 glass checks for a grot shop story. Good timing, man. Right. So last time we were talking about Wee Pete. Fuck me. Who was I talking about? Right. Okay. So there was one time. So a lot of the. So for those that don't know, actually I got a Facebook memories today, and it was on my first day of work in the sex shop. But I used to manage and run a sex shop in Edinburgh. And it was 3 years ago that I started that job. I no longer work there anymore. But so there you go. So there was one. So the majority of the customers that do come in are male, which is, I understand. Nice, I know. So yeah, a lot of the characters, a lot of the customers that would come in were male, and usually they'd be buying porn. Sometimes men would buy toys, but they're like, would buy like the cheapest shit ever. Like, oh, that'll do her. Hey, that'll do her nicely and stuff, and like they're buying like absolute dog shit, cheap shit. It's just like she's gonna fucking hate you if you bring that home to her. Anyway. So if we get women come into the shop, they would never buy porn. They would be buying toys, or they'd be buying lingerie. Usually, the regular women that came in were sex workers. So I got to know a few of them and stuff, and they're like really nice. And one of them comes in, and it was the first time that I had seen this one, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize who she was or anything like that. And she came in, she was like looking around and stuff, and I was helping her out and stuff, and like she was looking for certain things. So she was looking for a strap on, right? So she was looking for a strap on, and I was like, all right, cool, and like showed her like all the strap ons, gave her like the spiel, like what's the difference in like what do you get for your paying extra and all that kind of stuff. So just doing the normal sales thing, right? So doing all that, all fine, and she's like, oh, I'll need lube and stuff, and I was like, right, okay. So went, helped her get the right lube, got all sorted, nice good fucking sale, and then we're up at the counter. Guy comes in, and he comes like straight up to the counter. I'm like, who the fuck are you, mate? It's like, I'm helping someone, and he just like goes right up to her and goes, oh, remember to get poppers, and he just like fucked off. He just ran away. I was like, what was that? And I was like, right, well, they must be together. So he comes in and he's like straight away, he's like, oh, you need to get poppers. Goes away, and she's like, oh yeah, I'll need poppers as well. And then it's like, right, okay, like grabbed them and stuff, like told her about the deal that we had on poppers as well. And then she pays with it. She pays it like, so it's a good sale and stuff, like loads of shit. And she pays with it with like fucking reaching into her cleavage, like shit you would see in like a movie and stuff. Pulls out like a wad of cash from in between her tits, and then just like hands it to me. I'm just like, right, thanks. Like put the sale through. It wasn't until like maybe like 5 minutes later, I'm just like, oh, that was strange. It's like, what was the script with the guy? And I was like, oh fuck. Right. He's a sex worker. He's paying her. He wants to get pegged. There you go. And it's like, he sent her, and like, fucking, it's even like, the poor boy was embarrassed. It's like, fuck it, if that's your cup of tea, fair play. I'm not gonna kink shame you or anything like that. It's like, fucking, good on you for realizing that's what you want in your life. But it's just part of the fact he's made a fucking sex worker go into a sex shop and like get everything for him, when he's the one that's gonna get fucking pegged. Tit money is always rank. I know, it was horrible. I mean, out of the whole thing, it's like, I was just like, I don't like this. Fucking getting all your fucking tit money. Bye. So then it was just like the popper. So he must have been sitting there, like in the car or something like that, and he's just like, right, going in for getting the strap on, going in to get the lube. I think there was like lingerie as well. And he's just been sitting there and be like, he's like, oh fuck, oh no, I need to get the poppers. She needs to get the poppers so my asshole will be relaxed. And then that's why he's like rushed into the shop and be like, you need to get the poppers, and then just like runs away. He's worried about his asshole. He was just worried about his asshole. I mean, it's good that he's recognised that you need to lube for these things. And also a wee bit of poppers might help as well. But I just in my head I just couldn't believe that he just sent this lassie in to do it all. So there you go. That is your grot shop story for 3,000 glass checks. I hope you enjoyed it, Mick. I hope everyone else enjoyed the grot shop story. But yeah, for 3,000 glass checks you can redeem that and get a wee story. Can we plug the module into it?
I don't even know what this thing is compatible with.
Probably not.
I don't even know what this thing is compatible with.
Okay. I can't see of anything else that we need to do in there. Though you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in office. You'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralized government. Glass checks are well spent, thanks very much. Oh, you're welcome, man. GW, I joined the stream at the right time. You certainly have. I hope you heard all of the story of the guy wanting to get pegged. Sending the poor sex worker in to go and grab everything. Yeah, send them in to get your kit is a bit odd. Don't know what the etiquette is. Usually it's just... It would be like the guy who would... Be the client. It'd be the client who'd have everything, really. It was the first time I've ever seen a sex worker going in buying everything for a session. You know. Usually the sex workers, they would come in, they would be buying toys for themselves, or they'd be buying like lingerie for themselves. They'd never be buying stuff for a client. Dirty bastard keeping the bot, I know. He's just like, Ken, what? He's like, well, they're both dead, so they don't need them anymore. They don't need her anymore.
Better not touch it. Lau's probably got her own plans for it.
Okay. How about we look at our terminal? We might be able to. Can we do anything? No. What's this? Category Class 4 Information Larceny with composite harm to health of individual targets. Mindjacking. Okay, so it's about us. Oh, okay, it's the case that we're on actually. So yeah, there've been data theft attacks, which is a mindjacking. Which we already know. There's been 18 victims to date. Aye. See what the news is. Why? Ay caramba. Right, okay. I don't read all this news shit. There's just too much reading. It probably doesn't mean absolutely anything. Also, saying this like on the last time we're streaming, it's like I hate reading pixelated text. Like I get why it's like this because it's a pixel art game and stuff. But pixelated text really, I find it difficult to read. Fucking what's the sport? Who's won? Cricket. They fucking play cricket in the cyberpunk world. It's like the least cyberpunk sport I've ever. Yeah, I can't even imagine cyberpunk cricket. Newton 152. I don't know cricket scores. That means absolute fucking nothing to me. That could be that they won. It could be that they drew. It could be that they lost. It means nothing. I hate cricket. I fucking hate it. What a hell future. Aye, man. Fucking cricket. Get that shit away from me. Don't know what that means either. Oh, they won by 5 wickets. I know that. I know what a wicket is. Cricket makes no sense. It makes no sense. Man, like I used to live in a flat with there was like a bunch of us. There might have been like 7 of us in this flat. And there was a South African guy, and his pal is also South African. And when it was the Ashes, they used to like bring through like his big fuck off TV into like the living room, which was like a wee CRT TV. Bring it and put it into there, and they would stay up. Fucking wickeds. They won by 5 wickets, all blue flavour. Yeah, and they put the big TV in the living room, and they'll sit there and just like smoke and drink for fucking hours. And heard them say some fucking horrendous shit as well. Really like bad cunts, like really bad cunts. Fuck them. Yeah, and they'll be like, oh, look at the cricket, and I'll be like, I'd rather fucking not look at the cricket. Get that to fuck. See ya.
You think it's weird that someone thought making the playground game Rounders a professional thing a good idea. The thing is, right, Rounders is basically baseball, which is fun. Cricket. Rounders is better. Rounders is good. Right, that's it. Rounders is good because it's basically baseball and it's easy to understand. Cricket, I don't understand a fucking thing. And I think it's like, so like honestly, sorry if there's sorry if there's anyone in chat who likes cricket, but this is like an outsider's perspective on it. It's shite. So unless you can convince me, which is very highly not going to happen. Very highly is not going to happen. But I mean the Ashes trophy as well. It's like a wee fucking egg cup. Right. Yeah, you're not a sports fan, but you get the appeal. Get the fuck though. I am also not a sports fan. The only sports I watch is American football and professional wrestling. Some people would argue it's not a sport, but those cunts are motherfucking athletic, so sport to me. You might have had a really weird teacher when we played Rounders. She didn't agree with us using a bat to hit the ball, so we used. What? You used your hands. What the actual fuck, Mick? That's not Rounders. That's punching a ball out of midair that someone's threw to you. The bat is like the main thing. Like, to play Rounders, it sounds possibly less safe. Exactly. To play Rounders, you need two things. A ball and a bat. You've just been given a ball. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Fucking aye. Something about the weather. Anyway. So this is our man next to his wife who is dead. She's not dead in the picture. She wasn't dead in the picture, but she is now currently dead. We'll have a look at some emails. I don't know if any of these are just new emails. Yeah, we knew about, so that's not a new email then, because we knew that he cut the camera. He doesn't like cameras. Right. There's no new emails then. There's a voice over IP. I don't know. Rounders balls are rock. I mean they're solid. Same with baseballs as well. They actually are like solid as fuck. And then you have to punch them out of air or hit them with your hand. Absolutely no. People go get hurt by the bat. It's the ball that's getting funny. Yeah, I mean like obviously like the thing like I remember when we played Rounders and stuff was like people having to get told to remember that when they hit the ball is to try and throw the bat behind them, not go for a swing and then as you're swinging hit the ball then let go then let go the bat. That was a thing, like people would just launch bats. That wasn't didn't mean to. They wanted to try and get bolt straight away. So yeah, you have to try and remember to throw the bat to the ground or try and get it behind you a wee bit. It was a lot less safe. Luckily, home base was next to a shed, so we hit onto the roof to get an all home run. That's amazing. Oh, sorry, Scientology. People aren't getting hurt by the bat. Yeah, fucking that's wild, man. Here, really? I don't think we walked down this way. Bulletins, elevator. Let's go to the balcony. So this is Regis's little balcony, private little balcony sort of thing. So his wife is buried here.
What the hell is this?
It is what you saw earlier to show you two things. Firstly, it serves to prove what I have in my possession. Second, that you must be very careful what you say when you speak with me.
I have the memory module from Vanderwall's place.
Good. Place it on the bench in your garden.
So, that's a guy that we've been in contact with who is blackmailing us. So the fragments that we picked up there would have been from the embryo dish that he smashed, which is one of the embryo dish was his and his dead wife's children, which they couldn't have because fertile.
Okay, module's in the garden.
Excellent. I'm sending you an address. It's a dump of a studio apartment out in the barrel. The occupant is on vacation. I want you to destroy it.
Excuse me?
Procure an explosive device, plant it within his apartment.
Oofed. Good day about bombing.
Where am I supposed to find a bomb?
You work for Cell, Dr. Regis. If anyone had access to such a device, I've no doubt it would be yourselves, legitimate or otherwise.
Why do you want this apartment destroyed?
My reasons are not your concern, Dr. Regis. What is your concern, however, is the matter of your embryo's safety.
How would I even get something like that out?
I hear Central isn't quite itself at the moment. Strike now, while the iron is hot.
Fart Bubbler, which is an incredible name. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're well. Hope you're comfy, or if not, get yourself comfy, and we'll play some Technobabylon. But thank you very much for the follow, Fart Bubbler. What a name! Incredible.
Theft of evidence is one thing, but I cannot, will not destroy an apartment.
Come now, Doctor. What would Viksha think? You're putting pride before the safety, the lives of your children.
How do I know you won't just, like this one, You
don't. This is the best chance you have of their survival in any case. Destroying an unoccupied apartment, that's all I ask.
Yeah, so the embryo dishes, there's 3 girls and 1 boy. And 1 was destroyed, but it didn't say if it was a girl or if it was a boy. It could probably use some cleaning. You reminding yourself to make a note of that for all over. Spent several months creating this tree at the genetic level. And many years since caring for it for the sake of her memory. At the moment, there isn't much else that can be done for it. Right, okay, so we need to bomb a fucking apartment. A tool walker.
It's empty.
And that's it. The first thing I thought of when saying about bombing an apartment is having to get the body of the guy who could blow himself up. Get him and get his body into there. I don't know if we can trigger an explosion within a dead body though. Let's head over to Cell anyway and see if he says anything about the body. Yeah, okay. Stuff about it.
It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it.
Right. Possibly not then. I mean, it's the first thing that went into my head. We'll go and check out the apartment then, and see what the script is with this. But we'll go this way instead. Go for a wee walk around. Oh wait, aye, that was we couldn't talk to this guy. This guy doesn't want to talk to us. You
Hey,
talk to
kid,
him anymore?
you all right?
Nope, still can't talk to him. Right. We'll just head over. We'll just head straight over to the apartment then. Not sure how you get the body out there without being noticed. Yeah, I know. I know this is going to sound fucking stupid, but it's just how my brain works. I was thinking we could dress him up like the maid and do like a weekend at Bernie's with him. Like legit, that's what was in my head. I was like, oh, yeah, exactly, weekend at Bernie's, that shit. Yeah, that's legit what I was thinking. I was like, well, the maid's there. Dress him up like a maid. Yeah. The arm through one sleeve, out the other. Come out at the end and be like that, and get him to wave at people as he's going out. And then Regis could do like a lassie's voice. Be like, oh, hello. I've just been cleaning the offices. Hello. And there you go. That's it. And there you go. Take him to the apartment and blow the fuck out of it. Oh, okay. Oh wait, this is not the same apartment. I was like, ooh, like saying that because this is not where we started the game. We started a game in a very, very similar apartment, probably within the same block of apartments. It's definitely not the same one because in where the toilet is, there's a wet work machine that actually brews them. Also, there wasn't a bookshelf, right? So we have to. Well, I guess we can put module into the food machine. Hello, cake. This could be a good place to put the bomb. Oh, we don't have the module. Oh yeah, because we gave it to Blackmailer. So we've got the bookshelf. Despite the fact that you're about to destroy their apartment, you feel that it would be somehow compound. It would somehow compound your crimes to steal from the bookshelf as well. So this could be a good place for the plan that's supposed to as well. And the one that we were in exploded. So with that I was like, I can't remember if that was. This is prior to the explosion. So I remember it blowing up. Oh wait, was that not weeks before? So I think this is weeks before. Because there was a words. Your mouth. Because there was the explosion, and the guy who we assume is the murderer. Well, we pretty much know he is. I think. You don't know with these things. We'll call him the murderer for now. He was overlooking it. He was making sure it was happening. So I think this is weeks before. Can go for a shite. You don't need to use it. But it'd be a good place to plant a bomb. Apparently everywhere's going to be a good place to plant a bomb. But we don't have a bomb. The food machine has been removed from the wall for maintenance. In a place like this, it's probably the kind that jams up frequently. A combination toilet sink. Well, at least your place isn't stupid to that. Whoever lives here has a collection of old manga, yellowed with age. Apparently, they appreciate classical media as much as yours. Well, can you check for things that were hidden before? I don't know what that means. Oh, we've got lockers down here. I don't. Well, just could you elaborate a little bit more? Oh, right. Okay. If you've been here in the future. So this is definitely not the same apartment. The apartment, the lassie had been living there for like ages. And also she didn't have a toilet. She had like a wet work machine that was in that cupboard. So she was like brewing her own wet work.
wasn't a bookshelf as well, and the cables were all exposed and stuff. Like the place was a shithole. So it's definitely not the same apartment, but it's for sure it's definitely like within the same like block of apartments. Unless like within this city and stuff, they're like they're always like carbon cutouts of like all the plans for the buildings. But good thinking though. This apartment's occupant keeps her clothes in lockers beneath the bed, blueprinted overall. The kind of issue to jobless Skonto kids filling this part of the site. So that even sounds more more like the same block apartments, because like the last, she been jobless for the ages as well, so she was on benefit. I think she was wearing kind of blue overalls as well. It looks like to be an ideal place to plant explosives needed to destroy the apartment. Fucking everywhere is ideal for planting explosives apparently. But there's nothing else I can attach with. We don't have a bomb. I thought there might have been something in here that we could make a makeshift bomb out of. I guess we need to fuck off then. Maybe go back to the balcony. Maybe that guy's went and picked up the module and left us a bomb. Fart bubbler. I wonder if there's a community of snobby wet work microbrewers. Like, most definitely there will be. Hey, without a doubt.
It's empty.
No, so he's not coming to pick up the module. The memory module that the blackmailer wants, it looks somehow less bright than earlier. I think we need to go back to the cell. It's not the boy that we're going to like do like a weekend at Bernie's sort of thing with. Then there must be like an evidence room or something like that where they've had bombs before. Okay, still can't go in there. That's just a waiting room.
Hey kid, you alright?
He's still not talking to us. So we've got a camera there but we can't touch. Fucking hell. Steel has explosive skeleton. See, I was thinking something similar as well. I was like, oh well, can we maybe like get like a bone saw? And like cut a bit of his fucking bones off. Like, I think it's like there's tools here, but we can't interact with them. We've got the hologram, we've got the X-ray, we've got the report, we've got the hand X-ray. Then we've got his remains, we've got the surgical apparatus, which is controlled by AI.
They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy.
I entered on my phone. Phone Lau. What she's saying.
Hey, this is Max Lau. I can't take your call right now. If this is Regis, remember the answer usually is switch it off, then on again.
I've got a funny feeling that might actually be like something that will be later on in the game. Like he's going to get stuck and it's like, oh, remember you have to switch it on and off again. Full Central. Home server not found. Central hub systems are experiencing technical difficulties. Please wait and try again later. Your query is urgent. Please contact your nearest cell corpsman.
Great. I couldn't confess even if I wanted to.
And that's just more detail. That's just the case. Is maybe in the office again. I might think it's like, oh, do we do something with Cell to operate the autopsy machine? Any emails? Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Desk.
Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker.
Okay, so we've got our evidence back. We've got a knife, we've got cooking gel, and we've got the hand. Okay. I find that a bit strange that, you know, we kind of got there, he's just dumped everything into there, and then it's kind of continued on. Like, usually if you in a point and click game, if you have like items that were in your inventory and they're gone, that's something, they're gone forever. I find that a bit strange. I don't know if that's a good design there, actually. Being like, oh wait, they're just in your drawer. Like, you didn't see your character put in there. The body has not had a great deal of examination. I suppose they're being careful about the potentially volatile nature of the parts of his body. You make a slice along his thigh. Go his femur loose. Give me that femur, boy. Yeah, it's weird to put them down to pick them back up again. Yeah, fucking really strange. It's really strange design. Snoogans has raided with a party of 5. Thank you very much for the raid, man, and thank you to all your lovely people in his chat who have decided to stay around for the raid. You might have seen me before. I know Snoogans kind of comes along fairly often and brings Joose along quite often as well. But if you don't know who I am Fizzy Joose, and I am from Edinburgh. I like to play point-and-click games, and also some indie games as well. We're currently playing a game called Technobabylon, a cyberpunk point-and-click adventure game where we play as several characters. Currently, we're this police guy, Regus, who's Dr. Regus. He's currently getting blackmailed to blow up an empty apartment. So that's where we're at. But essentially, there's a guy going around who is brain jacking people. He's stealing the data from their brains and killing them. So we're on the case of that. How are we doing, mate? Feeling any better, man? I feel absolutely fine. Started off the stream today by having pretty much nearly like a 20-minute. That's more like a 15-minute kind of rundown of what actually happened in the early hours of Friday, which led me to going to the hospital and stuff. But I mean, honestly, being in the hospital, and ever since I had the injection in my arse, fine, absolutely fine. I think it's like the pain with gallstones is that it's apparently supposed to last between an hour to 5 hours. So for me, I was in pain for about an hour and a bit, and then I got to the hospital and then they gave me an injection. So the drugs lapsed out the pain, so I managed to completely miss it. But I feel absolutely fine. I just need to wait. To they get in contact with me. Don't tell over cake. Just need to get in contact with me for the CT scan for this lump that's on my kidney. Because when I went in for my ultrasound, they went, "Oh, right, cool. Yeah, you've got some stones in your gallbladder." And then my left kidney, they said it's a bit fatty. But then when I went up to surgical observation, they give me the rundown of everything, see like what's the next plan of attack and stuff, sort of thing. They said like I'll need to come back and get a CT scan for my kidney because there's a lump on it. Obviously, the first thing people think when they hear a lump, and I mean, you of all people would know, you think cancer. But I've had fucking 100 blood tests since then, so I should be fine. I'm just hoping it's just that fat. I'll be fine. But I'm fine. But you're worrying. Yeah, don't worry about me, man. I'm absolutely fine. I'm just completely undecided if I'm going to get my gallbladder out or keep it in. The only thing. The only thing keep it in is I could get the cake. Don't knock that. The only thing is I could get another attack on my gallbladder, especially if there's stones there. But then cake though. But the thing is, like, I could pass the stones, and you pass them by shiting, which is good. So you don't pass them by pissing. Bad. So I just like, I really don't know. Anyway. And then also, thank you very much, Sniggins, for converting your Twitch Prime into a sub. I did not know you can convert your Twitch Prime into a paid sub. But fucking hell, man. Thank you very much, by the way. Using your own money as well. What a fucking lad. For you that don't know, Sniggins streams. Well, of course he streams, hence why he raided with fucking people. But he does daft fucking weeb games, weeb shite games, which I'm into. And we're on to weeb shite. What game you playing now, man? You finished Final Fantasy VIII the other day. Cake? Oh, you fucker. Right, Cake, you need a shift. You need to stop. Final Fantasy 9 now. Oh man, I love Final Fantasy 9. Man, that mod that you sent makes it look fucking well good. Is it looking absolutely like does it look really really nice with that mod? Right, so we've got that boy's bone. We got his big fucking femur. Femur of a th, not a th. So for those that don't know, that guy who's lying there, he has been genetically modified that kind of calcium compounds within his body are explosive. Essentially, is a walking bomb. There's a bunch of people who are essentially walking bombs because they've had their genetics fucked around with. And here's this cat go fuck about with the camera again. So and we have to bomb this apartment. So I was like, we need his bones, don't we? Cake. Leave that alone. Right, she's now like mucking about with my Monster Hunter figurines. Oh, I was... Right, Cake. No. Right, fucking hell, multitasking. Stopping my cat from fucking up with all my shit. I'm playing a game. So, I think we need to... We've got the cooking gel. But I think we need to apply the cooking gel to the bone. I just don't know where to put it. He's identified a lot of places being good for blowing shit up. I'm thinking like the bookshelf would be a good place. So it's right in the middle of the room, not confined to a little corner. I don't want to put it in the lockers because, you know, again, you're confining the explosion. Keep in mind, if you have the bladder removed, the bile will continually drip into the stomach. It can affect how certain diets work for you. Never fun things like diarrhea if you don't eat for a while. Yeah, I know. That is one of the things. Apparently, like a lot of people are like they just get on, or like they're fine with it and stuff. But really, honestly, like I really don't know. I think a part of me is like, oh, if I have another attack, I'll definitely get out. But if I don't have another attack, I won't bother. But I think there's another part of me, it's like, I don't want another attack, because that was fucking horrendous. It was like the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. I've broken bones and stuff as well, and like nowhere near the amount of pain that I was in. But I do have pain pills. They've given me pain medication, which I haven't even opened because when I left the hospital, I was fine. So I think if like I feel like, because I know what that feels like, that fucking horrendous feeling right in the middle of my admin. I think if I felt like starting again, I'd be like, right, I'm gonna attack. Get the pills I mean now before it fucking proper hits, and then take it from there. How I'm thinking, how I'm going with it. Right.
That doesn't need cooking.
Smell. Right, let's fucking full biffed her it. 250 degrees, this mother bitch. Bone. You cover the bone with the hot thermal because it says on crack, the compounds within it prepare the chain reaction. Put that down. Oh, get this away. The fuck. Get away. Get the fuck out of there. Take your time, mate. Only a bomb. Oh, that's a lovely wee transition. Ah, here we go. This is the start of the game.
Got it.
She just got it now. Meeting of mine.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
Fucking hell.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems, but I'm not going to let them threaten what I care about any longer.
You say that, but I think you're yellow.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
So you'll give them back?
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait. Baxter?
Sure enough, the tracker shows that the call's location, the office of the now paroled Dr. Adam Baxter.
How? How is this possible?
So Baxter...
Traveler, begin recording. Blau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've caught me. It wouldn't be right if I couldn't explain things to you, though. I've been blackmailed, with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max.
Gun. Cap his fucking ass. Right, so yeah, Baxter was the one who killed his Dr. Regis's wife. However, he mentioned there that he had like a central... I can't remember the proper word he just used. I think he just said it as well. But he has had... Dr. Baxter's had his mind altered where he is like acid. Like he wouldn't be doing this. So it can't be him, really, because his brain just wouldn't allow him to function the way he is. So we've got a gun, we've got two guns. I've got other places to be, paperwork can wait.
Better not. I'm already having enough trouble making myself go.
Okay, I was like, oh, I better actually check the computer to see if there's any emails, but you can't even go back. So. Fair enough.
Hey, Charlie.
That's Dr. Regis, corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here.
So, how was everyone's weekend anyway? Did anyone get up to anything good? Did you take advantage of the fact that you can actually leave the house a little bit better and stuff? Being absolute ripping weather as well. What did you all get up to? Cool.
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
Sick burn. Yeah, Big Ginge. You and Callum got internet. Hence why you're here now. Yeah, fucking moving house and stuff and just being sitting there without internet is like, you do feel like you're in like the Dark Ages, like proper. Like when me and Vixen moved here, we never had internet for a wee bit, and because we had a lot of issues with the internet, so we were like cracking out like all DVDs and stuff, and it's just like, it feels weird watching a DVD now. Snookies, you can't go out for another 4 weeks. Fuck it. Oh man, this must be absolute killer, like for you, man. Especially with like how good the weather is, and you can't leave. Absolute shite. Like I've not been doing much. Like I just go for my walks and that. I did, however, cut the grass and all that. Did some garden work the other day, and it fucking ruined me. Like I'm still quite stiff. Lack of internet is bad enough for one evening. Yeah, for like even for like a few hours and stuff, you're like, it's shite. It's mad how much we live our lives by internet.
I'm Dr. Regis. I'm a cell agent. I've been sent to give you the standard debrief after being involved in something like this. It's our role to do all we can to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job with that so far.
Dude, I seen the picture of that chicken burger and I was like, oh, that looks ripping. Did you just make that yourself? Because it looked amazing.
Can I take your name and SOC number?
Sesame Ladha as in 134244.
That's a nice name. Indian? Sri Lankan?
Dunno. Raised by the city. Why do you care?
My wife was Sri Lankan. She always... Oh, you don't care, do you?
That obvious?
Any aliases? Net, trance, flow, those sorts of things?
Mandala.
It was all you. Fucking hell, man. I seen that and I was like, oh, I wonder where he's ordered that from. Like, it looked like a proper, like, restaurant, big chicken burger fucking thing. But you made it yourself. I want it.
What's your employment status?
What do you think? Blue recycled overalls?
So, not currently employed.
Duh.
Perhaps they didn't think you had the right attitude for it.
Man, all I can think about is that fucking chicken burger of yours. You made too, ate a lot of them and slept for 3 hours. Nice. Fucking well good. Very, very good. Other things I've been up to, I've just been watching Doro Hidoro on Netflix, which is a very, very good anime. It's an anime which I read quite a bit of the manga, never ever finished it. But it's very, very good. If you've not seen it or heard anything of Doro Hidoro, get it checked out. It's on Netflix. It's basically a big fuck off acid trip. It's so good. That's the weird one. It is a weird one. Yeah. One with the man and the crocodile. Yep, that's the one. You even made your own burger sauce and tastes like Big Mac sauce. Holy fuck! Right, you need to pass the information over. Drop me a wee tweet or something. I'm interested. You need to get onto that. I need to finish Giri Haji. And like, yeah, Dorohedoro is really good. Me and Vixen, I've got like 3 episodes left to watch, and we'll finish it up for dinner and after dinner today. But I didn't realize that the lassie who wrote the manga and did the manga, she's got another manga that's out now. It's you know how it is with the releases and stuff. It's called Die Dark, DAI, Die Dark. It's like it's like all based in space and stuff like that. It was fucking shit.
Your health status?
Dunno.
How do you not know that?
Been busy. Only come out to eat.
You're a thrall. Shall I put net addict then?
Put what you want. I don't care.
Where do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded?
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
Oops.
So, can I go?
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr. Regis.
That's it, mate.
Empty apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when he wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet?
That's cool. Now we're playing as our nice wee switch. It's simple as fuck. The more simple it is, the better. Like a tasty Big Mac sauce, because it's probably one of the things I do miss from being is a Big Mac. Sounds fucking pathetic, but it just is. Pick up some shit. So we have residue left over from her wet work, so we should be able to connect to some stuff. Get enter the trance. Enter trance now. So yeah, this is the trance. So this is where she can actually interact with things. So to interact with like technology and stuff, she needs the wet work, which is like that. But it was like a little blue handprint sort of thing. She's been cultivating, so it seems to be like some sort of almost like a bio substance which allows connection between organic and technology. It's probably what I'm it's the best way I can describe it. But there's nothing here that we can interact with because we haven't actually used the wet work or anything like that. But from the trance we actually can read the news. We can also get our emails. Hey. And you've got a wee Easter egg to one of Wadget Eye's games, these other games. The Blackwell. Yeah, there you go. Which I've never played any of them. I just noticed it. So that was like a malware attachment that we needed to start the game, which took me fucking forever to try and figure out. I didn't realize that these were other emails. I just thought it was just filler text, basically. I didn't realize these were other emails, and it wasn't until a robot pointed them out. I was just like, okay, and then got out of it from there. Right, for her to get out, we probably need to use. Okay, we can't control the door from here, but we could probably control.
What? Drink straight from it?
Don't know why we would need water.
Huh? Fixed to the floor.
So we've got a food machine. We should be able to interact with that actually. For wet work.
I don't have enough wetware to form a connection with anything.
Oh, okay. I'll take that back then.
It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
Oh, okay. We're just accessing the stuff from there. I wonder if we can talk to this guy.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
What's he up to anyway? Is he having a wee fucking... having a wee chug in there? Giving a wee wank? This wee guy. It's Guy. It's nightmare mode go.
It's a blue plastic cup full of water. It's the paperwork they wanted me to fill out. Who even uses paper anymore?
I know, right? Okay.
Hey,
What?
would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, obviously we need to get on the table. We're okay, we've got a broken light. Maybe we need like the glass or something from that. But we need to do something about the camera. So maybe we can throw water on the camera.
I can't reach it from here.
Can we stack the paperwork?
I can't reach it from
Stand
here.
on the paperwork, you know?
Huh? Fixed to the floor.
Is all her stuff going to be like she's locked in a tiny room and you have to try and get out of it?
I can't reach it properly from down here.
I'm missing anything.
A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guess they're out.
Hello, cake. Ian.
The lighting fixture's broken. Maybe someone went nuts in here and took it out on the light.
I love how happy she looks. Like talking about kicking fuck at a light. Like, look at her.
The lighting fixture's broken. Maybe someone went nuts in here and took it out on the light.
Right into that. Go cake. Leave the camera on. Oh, okay, we've got table base.
I can't get the screws out with my bare hands. My nails aren't strong enough for that. The table's screwed into the ground. My wetware's dried up. All I've got left is the crusty layer stuck to my hands.
Oh, okay, wet it
Everything
then.
I can scrape off my hands is in the cup. Doesn't look like it wants to barter. I can't reach it from here.
Okay.
It's a filled up plastic cup. What's left of my wetware is floating in it. I may not be 100% clear on paper, but I don't think that's how it works.
Maybe spell it on the table or something like that?
Hey,
What?
would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
You know, we sook.
What? Drink straight from it? I can't reach it from here.
Can't reach it, but they won't let me do anything. Wait, speak to this dude again.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. He looks sick. I hope I don't catch anything off him. You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Holy fuck. Dude. Alright,
I can't reach it from here. They must have huge vents in this building.
Right, that's where we need to escape. The only thing that air vents are used for in video games is for fucking crawling through. You not select the chair. No. Do the base. Do the table. The screen.
I can't use it like that.
So in this room we have. Oh wait, hold on, fuck. Their sheet. No. Man, some of the stuff in this game, like it's not like super obvious that you can interact with it.
I can't reach it from here.
Thinking, oh, we'll be able to throw the sheet over the camera. But that's probably we need to do that probably for when we move the table. Pardon me.
Hello? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Shan, it still has warmth. Fuck him. Not speaking to me. If he doesn't speak to me, I don't know what he wants. I'm no a mind reader.
He looks sick. I hope I don't catch anything off him.
Did it say anything else about the sheet?
A rubbery plastic sheet? Why would he have needed... Oh, ew!
He's pissed on it.
I can't use it like that. I can't use it like that.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Hey!
What?
Would you...
Doing what?
The cap...
I'd better...
Ugh. Karma. That's karma. Yep, just got a big fucking pissy sheet. It was at Discworld that had a button where you can play up all the interactable stuff in the air. I don't think so. But I don't remember anyway any of the Discworlds having that. Unless it did have it and I just didn't realise that it was a thing. Oh, heck. Can the sheet not be used as a tablecloth to hide the base? Then we've got to stick the water in the food processor and hope it reforms as wet work. The only thing... Right, before I click this, the only thing I wasn't doing that is because all the food is already in the machine. Like it's hidden. It's like a module which then picks up on food. Like it wouldn't create wet work unless the module said it has a recipe for wet work. That's the only reason why I've not done it. But I'll give it a wee shot.
Doesn't look like it wants to barter.
So it's saying it doesn't want to barter. But I think Mick had a good idea with the tablecloth.
Hey!
What?
Would you...
Right,
Doing what?
The camera...
I'd better...
For the base.
Hey!
What?
Would you...
Doing what?
But then she's saying the base is... She can't unscrew it herself, so she needs a tool or something. We clean the fucking pissy sheet.
I don't think I can fill that up.
Trash can. Put it into the trash can?
Better not. I might need it.
I thought you'd be able to put it in the trash can and let it become proper wet work. Oh, well, I say, see the puzzles with her. I find them quite difficult. I suppose I've not actually interacted with the door yet, have I? Because it's like that's yeah, because the door only comes up as like a slight hitbox for it.
It's locked.
Like it doesn't come with a door here. Come with a door for any of this. The moment like you're on Yeah, it's like the outskirt of it, the edge of the door. Strange.
How's that gonna get it open?
I don't know, head. I'm just fucking trying things, right? Can you not chat with the lad outside the screen? I don't know. Oh, contact cell officer.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Yeah, the first time that we interacted with that, it didn't give me that option, so that's why I never. I was like, oh, you only just get the news and stuff come up in there.
So, Agent,
Just corpseman, actually. Quince. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame. Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You can check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
I'm starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Okay, come on.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
Who was that guy who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
What's wrong with that guy on the bed? He hasn't said a word in hours.
We're not sure. He was picked up on the street yesterday. It looks like he's come down with a psychophage issue.
So you're just ignoring him?
Well, there's not much we can do until we know what it is.
Why let it show symptoms? Why not connect someone?
All of our InfoWar teams are busy with the... never mind.
InfoWar, very good.
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside Cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
Not to an internet connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Would I be able to get some privacy?
What do you mean?
Well, with that camera, I don't think I can, you know, personal stuff, business.
I'm sorry. I
Have a wee
understand how
wank.
you feel, but I can't cut the camera.
What? That's not fair!
All of the cameras are tied into the centralized network. We can't turn them off, even if we wanted to. It's for your security.
Oh, I see. You're not able to.
Charlie doesn't like it either. He keeps breaking the camera in his office. Central gets real mad at
Charlie.
him for that.
Why are you keeping me in this cell? I haven't done anything.
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point. I didn't break the law.
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure you stay here until he gets back.
I don't feel very safe.
I guess I gotta really upset you right now. I've never really played a Dead Rising game. Oh. I started playing one of them. And then I fucked off. Probably the longest I played like Dead Rising is fucking years ago. Like the first one on 60. Just like used to just like fire up and then at my pal's house we used to like just pass the pad, just killing zombies. So we never did like anything on the story. But it was fun just going about like with a lawnmower, just fucking running over zombies with it.
So, how'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. Do you ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh.
What a
I
fucking
suppose
name.
that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
Aww. Tigers are extinct in this world. Joe Exotic would be well upset. He asked if we can use a gun in prizes. I've covered wars, you know. That's just real. That's relevant just because he's a reporter. You know, what a line. Like, of course I can shoot a weapon. I've interviewed a man before. I only played the second Dead Rising. It seemed only okay. The novelty of making things quite quickly. Yeah, that second one was the one where you just fucking make mad shit in it, wasn't it?
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
I'm not sure, really. Kinda drifted in. Most of the kids from my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Skonto sounds like a slang for like a scone. How do you like your scontos? In jam and some cream, please. His first name's Quince.
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah. There isn't really much for me in the old country either. Except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone.
Classic. Classic. The old way was fucking blown straight off the earth.
My apartment exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes. At least Cell were able to get you out.
I'm not sure it was an accident. My connection was
not an
cut and
accident.
my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this? Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Piss people off in fucking Call of Duty Online, baby. 1v1 Rust. Got called a scrub. Did some killing. Baby. Classic cyberpunk chat, the war, nuclear zones, radioactive hot zones, the old ways. Yeah, definitely. It's the big, massive trope of cyberpunk. I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077 to come out and have all the exact same pattern in it. The war. Life was changed after the nuclear zone hit. He was born inside the nuclear. Right, we got these fucking tokens. Put them in the machine. Yeah, fucking token. So we've got food and we've got a metal fork. Right, okay. Find out where the.
I've put some of it in the cup. A sharp metal eating tool. Better be careful with it. The cup's getting full. It'd be a wetware growth culture if it was any warmer.
Right. How do you get it warm? Yeah, I'm just sitting on it like an egg.
You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Fucking sit on it like an egg.
I can't use it like that.
It's a thick brown mash that probably contains the bare minimum of what a human body needs.
I don't know how,
Love
but
and
it
affection.
made it even worse than my food machine does.
He's nodding though. Obviously, he does want it. Yeah, he's fucking. Look at him. He's daft. Daft for the fucking to sit on it like a big egg. I just don't know how the fuck I'm gonna warm this up now. We stab him.
You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Go have some food.
You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking. I can't use it like that.
Didn't mean to. like that at all. There's some tokens so he can get his own food.
You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Can I ask him to heat up for me?
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Thanks for that. It's me, Rob. Hello. Thank you very much for oh, I did a wee secret yawn there, and I got a wee tear. I'm not tired. Yeah, man, I'm very, very well. Thank you very much. Thanks very much for popping by as well. Fork the base. The base.
Prying it open with a fork won't help.
Is that what you fucking love that food? The table base. Ah, okay.
Hey,
they're still looking
What?
though.
would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Yeah. Lob the food at the camera. Oh, fucking
Hey,
hell.
what did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera.
Wait, hurry. Oh, you could come back in.
Oh, jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why did you do that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please.
There you go. Fucking jog on, mate. Fucking
There.
right, okay.
The table has been freed.
The table has been freed. Table.
I can't reach it from here.
Oh, hi, okay.
It's broken, but I can't pull it off by hand.
Put off by the fork. Good old forks, man.
Ah!
Oh fuck, we just give ourselves a wee zap.
Ouch.
Maybe that's warm, so we can use
I
it.
can't use it like that.
Nah, absolutely. Right.
I can't reach it from here.
Right, we need to drag this over then.
I think it looks better without the screws. I can't reach it from here.
Yeah, but I want to drag it over though.
I think it looks better without the screws. The table's only got one leg, but it looks pretty strong. I
Ah,
guess.
there you go, pool table.
I can't reach it from here.
Oh, I keep on thinking she just automatically jump up onto it.
It's like built into the wall. If I wanted to get through, I'd need to cut it out.
What? Fork? No, that's not the fork.
That sure won't make it taste any better.
Not what I meant to do.
That's not going to help me get through.
We need. What the fuck? Is there warm air at least coming from it?
That's not going to help me get through.
No. I love this as well. Like, people who watch Scientologists, like, he drops in little hints and stuff, and I'm usually like quite daft and overlook them, or I don't look into them really, really well. He's really good at just dripping wee bits of hints, like that one there. Like saying, probably need to stab that light with something that doesn't conduct electricity. Can I pull this back over here? Well, why would I need to pull it over to the camera?
I've given it a handle made of that plastic rubbery sheet.
Sheets. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was just like looking at my items, I'm like, did I cover it in food? What did I do here? And then I was just like, oh, the sheets are made from rubber. Yeah, your son, boy, son. Right, okay.
It looks like a fire hazard. It's spitting sparks everywhere.
Right.
I can't use it like that.
So determined, aren't I, to get it to do that. Right, what the fuck do I do now? Who did
I
it?
can't
Okay.
use it like that.
What was the relevance of doing this? Oh, a fire hazard. Yeah, let's start a fire. Legit
This
just said
kind
it's
of
a fire
sums up my
hazard.
feelings about paperwork.
Right.
No way. The reaction takes like an hour. I can't hold them the whole time.
Ah, put it in the bin.
I guess that's sorta safer.
Yes!
Let's see if this works.
Progress. 18 minutes
Nothing
later.
stands between me and my trance.
There you go. We now have wetware. We have our wee blue sponge fella. Which then means that we should be able to communicate with the food machine.
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
Oh, okay then. Use it with the bin? Can't see how you could, but I'll give it a go.
That's not going to help me get through.
Yeah, it isn't. Okay. Oh, she sat there doing fuck all for like hour and a half. Yeah, totally. And like no one's come and like went, better scrape all that shite off the camera. Oh.
Got it. I've made a connection with his neural hub.
Okay, so we'll be able to speak to him in the trance then. Is he a robot then? Oh, but then everyone has like wetware and stuff. So so you can connect other people with it. That's fancy. So that'll be him there. The USR.guy. Russian. He doesn't look well at all.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Okay.
Hi there.
Oh, hey. Make yourself at home. Everyone else seems to in here.
I'm Mandela.
Guy, I'd shake your hand, but, well...
You look stuck.
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Host name.
This is the real host.
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I
am.
How'd you wind up like this?
Well, you know that urban myth about the human resources Trojan?
The one that makes you move to China and join a factory collective?
Turns out, it's not a myth. If I'm correct, Cell have brought me in for treatment.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, duh. I don't want to work in a Han factory.
All glory to the greater Han Republic.
Shut up!
Cancel.
What's with Pinocchio?
It's a disguise. Normally, by this stage, the Trojan is in control of its host motor functions. It makes a really clumsy mind state echo of the host, and uses it to try to make a convincing flight to Greater Han.
He didn't look like he's in control in meat space.
Peace, bread, and work in the Greater Han Republic.
It's kind of a stalemate at the moment.
He's taken to bombarding you with propaganda instead?
It thinks it can wear me down.
Long life and prosperity to our beloved land of Greater Han.
Nightmare Murgo always having trouble with his internet. I know. I feel sorry for him. Because he can't even fucking stream now because his internet's that shite. And like I know how much he really likes doing his streams and that. Really shite. Like it's a good wee joke to make, but at the same time it's like I do feel sorry for him. Hope like he does get his internet. Something happens with his internet. I think it's wild that, you know, 2020 and there's still places in Scotland that have absolute dreadful internet.
So, why are you in a cell with a broken Trojan in your head?
I'm acting as a relay for pirated connections into Cell.
That sounds dangerous.
Pays good, though.
Money is the yoke of capitalism.
Thing is, it's been harder and harder to get into Cell HQ.
So you infected yourself with this?
They have to bring in someone with something like this. Even if they can't treat it, they can at least quarantine.
Giving you an ideal spot to relay signals through your neural wiring.
Exactly.
Anything I can do to help?
There would be, but I'm going to have to decline.
I don't think you're really in a position to bargain.
Hey, for all I know, you're a Cell agent trying to breach my wiring. If I give you too much room, then I'm just swapping him over there as my oppressive influence.
The influence of the mighty Han Republic spans the world.
Why would Cell want to breach you?
Again, if I start telling you about that, then I'm incriminating myself. I'd love to help you help me, but I'd need to know we're on the same side.
Don't go anywhere.
Ha, you're funny.
Error: string propaganda message TN118 not found. Check connection to server and try again.
Can we get access to this malware? Okay. We better not download that package any more times. You need to. Might start learning together.
Rise to the top, oh yeah.
Cam, little buddy, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for popping by. I hope you're comfy, hope you're cozy. I hope you enjoy some Technobabylon. Enjoy watching me get stuck for absolute ages.
Better be careful what I touch. Anything could be a carrier for malware in here.
Thank you very much.
In a sim like this, it's probably read-only.
What was that?
In a sim like this, it's probably read-only. I have no idea what it means, but it sure looks oppressive. He doesn't really fit in here.
No, he doesn't. He's in a bad spot.
Jeez, talk about low-quality knockoffs made in Han factories.
A dry, barren wasteland, like something out of a war zone. You're not sure if it's based upon a real place or carefully designed to create the right mood. Can I walk around? No, I'm just legit just stuck to this screen. Have any other like items? Very T2 vibes. Yeah, man, Mick, I was thinking the exact same thing. That was very, yeah, just like, you know, in the playground. Give me one the name. Judgment Day is hit. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? I get him in. talk to him about them.
Hi there. How
Boy
can I help?
here.
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Sorry about messing up the room.
Charlie's not gonna be happy, but I've seen worse. At least it's not hard to clean, all this concrete.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
It's not hard to clean, but you know, we'll have food just like stuck to the camera for absolute hours, and just we'll deal with it some other time.
I don't think I can fill that up. I can't reach it from here.
Maybe I can use the wet work on the camera? I don't know why.
The wetware won't form a connection with it.
Okay.
I can reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it open with.
Oh, we can actually open it.
I'm going to need something more precise to get it open. Otherwise, I might as well just smash the whole thing. Prying it open with a... It doesn't take coins. Doing my bit to fight the power. He probably can't see through that.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Holy fuck, I am... Andrew Raspio, you've made it. You certainly have. Thank you very much for popping by. Wadget Eye Games. Oh, what? Hi there, publisher of the game here. Saw you on Twitter playing it, thought I'd pop in and say hi and thanks. Hello. Thanks very much for popping by. Fucking hell. This is a very, very nice game that you've developed. I am currently quite stuck at the moment. So far, been very, very, very much enjoying this game. Never ever thought I'd have a developer pop by. So. Yeah, thanks very much for popping by. I'm just if you're still around, I'm legit about to call out my safe word and ask for help. So, aye, pineapples. There you go. I've said pineapples. I would like some help, please, because I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm very, very stuck. And for folk to see, oh yeah, there's no items in the trance. Come out of the trance. In case I've like missed an item or something like that. So I've got the sheets, I've got the coins, I've got the food, I've got the fork, and I've got the wetware. That's what I've got. Okay, say that you're very close and you're trying to use a wetware on stuff in the cell. Very close. But I tried using it on the dispenser and I tried using the camera. Can't do anything there. Is it the door? Also, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But also, I always found it's weird with the door here. I don't know if that's like a bug or anything like that. Hello, cake. But the door here is like, it doesn't say it's a door here, but it's only a door when you're like on the very edge of it. Too bad there isn't a big, obvious light electric thing in the room. Oh, green. Why did I not think the screen seems so obvious? Thank you, Wadget.
Got it. I can feel the net on the other side.
Whizzes away. Yeah. I thought I'd already tried the screen as well. It seems like the most obvious thing to use it on. Or actually, no, I didn't. The reason why I didn't, because it didn't look like it had a proper like interface. So how like the food dispenser has got the little lights and stuff, it has like almost like an interface. But then I'm pretty sure then the whole interface of that screen it's probably like a touch screen. So there you go. Cheers, Wadget. Yeah, also Wadget, this chat is pretty much filled with fans of your games, which I have actually just started getting like acknowledged them. Like I played Broken Sword when I was like a little kid on the PlayStation 1, and that was my proper introduction to point and clicks, and I'd gone off them for so long, but I'm using this opportunity to proper get back into them. And every time I go into like Steam and look at your store, see so many good looking games, like I would just need to try and get my way through them all, but they look amazing. The rule of art design: you can never make something big, bright, or obvious that someone somewhere will miss it. Yeah, that is very true. Okay, let's go back into the trance then. Right, have fun. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm having a load of fun with this, and thank you so much for popping by as well. Thank you very much for helping. I had a developer actually help with the pineapples there, so that's pretty good. Right, cool. Let's see what's happening on the screen.
Alon wasalam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
You're a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela.
This
looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been able to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the cell agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago. Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
Why would a cell agent be trying to kill me?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal, then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
Cam, little buddy. Oh, not familiar with this publisher. Just looked at their lineup of games. How have I missed them? Yeah, I'm the exact same. I guess I just went off point and clicks for a while and stuff. I think this probably I just didn't realize they were still being made and made to extreme, like just a well-made quality, you know. because a game that we played on stream, the first point and click game that we played on stream was Whispers of a Machine, which after playing that I was just like, holy fuck, it's like point and click games are still being made to a really good standard, and they're also doing some innovative stuff with them as well. And then there's simple puzzles, there's different mechanics with them now. But with Wadjet Eye, a lot of their games are just, they look so good. Like I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Like when the last one's released, there's like, you actually chose different parties of folk to come with you, and they had all different abilities. Like there's like spell casting and stuff. I was like, that was cool as fuck. Really, really good. I left for more an hour ago. Time flies when you're boiling cyber goo. Did you just miss Big Dave Gilbert? It could have been Big Dave Gilbert. He might have just been in the stream. Unavowed. That's the one. That looks so good, that game. I've got it on my list. But have you played it before, Robot?
Wait, the guy in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
Ah, so lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling this sim at the same time, when you joined it through an outbound port.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists. We go by Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
Themselves?
Within themselves?
Very philosophical, but not the case. Jahilia means ignorance.
Oh, I get it. It's ironic.
Precisely.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Bit Tafik, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
Very, very cool.
I've got a question.
Yes.
You're occupying this terminal's internet port. Mind if I connect to the trans through you?
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
Oh, come on, man. I'll only be a few Gbps. I haven't been on in, like, hours.
I can assure you, the trance won't be going anywhere without you.
Camel, buddy, you're checking out Unavowed now. Yeah, definitely. Like, it does look really good. But what you completed about a fortnight ago, you spend so much time conflicted over who you go bring on missions. Ah, man, that's cool. I like stuff like that. Kind of getting Mass Effect vibes of who you're going to bring on to missions and shit. Well good.
Thanks.
F1.
F1. That's interesting. Let's leave France. And it is that time. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. That's it. Stream's done. Stream's done for another day. Hold on. Properly. There you go. That. So thank you very much for popping along, everyone. Time does fly when you're boiling cyber goo. I mean, when you're boiling it, you have to just basically stand there for 80 minutes. Let it do it itself, you know. You'd be doing other things. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll be back again. There you go. The cream does in fact rise to the top. Thank you very much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it very much. So, yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow with more Technobabylon. And we will be starting at the new time, which is 2 o'clock. So we're doing 3-hour streams now, not 2-hour streams. Since I don't have college anymore to kind of worry about. Still need to wait for my my results. I think there was a meeting on Friday about them, where they're basically trying to get a result for everyone. So see how that goes. Good stream, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much once again for popping along. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, Andrew, rightfully so. Stay safe and do let your voices be heard during these times. Definitely. Couldn't say it better myself. It's been a lovely time. Thank you very much, man. I hope streams helped today. So like I say, we will be back tomorrow, back at 2 for more Technobabylon. We'll see if we can eventually get out of this room. I'm sure we will, with maybe a lot of hinting and prodding from you lot, which is always appreciated. So, wherever you are in the world, stay safe, keep warm, and just tomorrow. Much love.